This video is brought to you by Greenman Gaming. Click the link below if you want to check out some amazing deals on some incredible games. Also include Lego Batman. So after a whole weekend of doing absolutely no work and just playing Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, I finally finished the story after 12 hours, and I can safely say this is a very good game. If you're watching this to know if it's a good game, there you go. It's probably in the title. I'd probably say it's a good game in the thumbnail as well. God knows at this point. But I was very surprised by this game, because I'm not exactly a huge Lego game fan, which is probably a very wild take. These games are loved and adored by many, but I only grew up playing Lego Star Wars 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 2, not the complete saga, just Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. And for the longest time, those were the only two Lego games that I could enjoy, and I genuinely thought it was because I was a dumb kid back then and they're very simple. I tried playing Lego Batman 1 and I was just like, this isn't as good as Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. So obviously I was very excited for the Skywalker saga, and when that came out I was incredibly disappointed. It is a very tedious and boring game. It has absolutely nothing on Lego Star Wars 1 and 2 or the complete saga. It's just boring. I don't know what else to say about the Skywalker saga. It is a boring, pretty miserable experience, honestly. So when the new Lego Batman game was announced, I didn't have high hopes for it. I thought it was going to be another case of the Skywalker saga where a majority of the missions were just going to be walking around an iconic area and hearing a character talk and then solving like a really basic puzzle. Lego Batman is not that. It is not that whatsoever. It went in a complete different direction to the Skywalker saga. It feels like they had way more of a vision for Lego Batman compared to the Skywalker saga, which just feels like a mishmash of as much as they can throw in. And to add on to this, Lego Batman is an Arkham game. It plays like an Arkham game, it has an open world like an Arkham game, it has the movement system of an Arkham game, it has the side missions of an Arkham game, it even has Riddler puzzles, Riddler collectibles. It is literally an Arkham game, and it is just as good as the Arkham games as well. My favorite Batman Arkham game is Batman Arkham Knight, which I don't know if that's a controversial opinion. There's something about Arkham Knight. I love how it looks. I love exploring Gotham even though the streets are basically empty and there's a shitload of Batmobile missions. I don't mind the Batmobile. It controlled very nicely on mouse and keyboard. It was satisfying to use. So when I started playing Lego Batman and I got to the open world area after a very drawn out tutorial, I might add, but I get, you know, it's a game aimed at kids. They want to make sure they know how to play it. As soon as I used the grappling hook and I unlocked the glide, I was like, wait, this is just Batman Arkham Knight. There's even a Batmobile, which you can change if you want. You can literally select a multitude of different vehicles. And don't get me started on the combat. The combat is the exact same as a Batman Arkham game. You know, you like spam X to attack an enemy, and then one of them has a little indicator that you need to counter them, so you counter them. There are shield enemies, which you need to jump over to attack from behind. There are enemies with guns, which shoot you from a distance. There's giant brute enemies, like the tyrants from Asylum and onwards. It is an Arkham game through and through. This is basically the next entry in the Batman Arkham series, if you think about it. Except, obviously, not canon. But even the story it tells, like, it's interesting to go through the different Batman films, see the different versions and eras of Batman, Robin, Catwoman, Batgirl, the Joker. The Joker goes through multiple iterations of how he looks, going from Heath Ledger to, I don't know the names of the others, I'm not actually that huge of a Batman fan, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest, I think this game has made me interested in Batman as a whole. That's something that the Arkham games wasn't that successful in doing. Well, it kind of was. Like, I liked the spooky atmosphere of Asylum. I might actually go back and play Asylum after playing Legacy of the Dark Knight, because that game, whew, that was a good game. Very short though. Very short, but it was good. You know, not all games need to be long. Sometimes I like shorter experiences that don't waste your time. If I were to talk about some negatives though, this game is lacking in the playable characters aspect. Now, there are like, I think 7 playable characters, which sounds like a lot, but for a Lego game, that is ridiculous. That is nothing, because most Lego games have so many different playable characters, and I know they kind of all just fall into different class types like brutes, small characters, or Star Wars case Jedis or Sith, which have red lightsabers instead of like blue or green. But yeah, there's only 7 in this game, which might put quite a few people off, especially like die-hard LEGO fans maybe, but it doesn't take away from the fact it's better than most of the other LEGO games. Also, the performance, while we're talking about negatives, when I was streaming this, it ran fine. I had a lot of people asking me about the performance, and at the time it was running fine, but the further in I got, it started to stutter like crazy. And yeah, the game looks nice, but it's a LEGO game. There shouldn't be like any stutters at all. Why do I need DLSS and AI upscaling to run this game? It's just the future now. AI upscaling is just the future. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, it is a game full of content. There's a bunch of collectibles as you would find in any LEGO game, except the only difference with LEGO Batman compared to like the Skywalker Saga is it is not an absolute chore. Go out of your way to find these collectibles and do all of this side stuff because the game is actually fun, unlike the Skywalker Saga. And if future LEGO games are like this going forwards, where they actually take from the original IP in terms of like the games they're based off, or they actually make them interesting, then I have high hopes for future LEGO games, and I really like the direction that they're going. I know they got rid of a few staples in this game, like that true hero mode where you get enough studs in the levels and a few other things, I guess. But yeah, this is a little short video. I originally wasn't going to make a review for this game or talk about it at all, but I was just so taken aback by how much fun I had with it. I literally have sat in my office sweating my ass off because there's a heat wave in the UK right now. It is 30 degrees as I'm recording this, so yeah, I'm basically on death's door, so I'm gonna end the video here. If you want to check out LEGO Batman for yourself, you can get it for 18% off at Green Man Gaming. There'll be a link below. Every purchase on Green Man Gaming goes towards helping the channel. They have a bunch of deals on a bunch of different games. Definitely check it out if you have the time. And I want to give a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. You already know at this point, you know, you guys, thank you so much for supporting me. The same goes for my YouTube members. Again, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I appreciate the fact you're willing to pay money to get early access to these videos. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one. I'm gonna go put some ice on my head or some shit. I am burning alive here. Heat waves in this country are horrible.